Rosemary opened her eyes. It took her a moment to adjust to where she was. The soft, white, pure silk bedding flowed out around her, pillowy like a cloud. She yawned and stretched out. Burke's bed, she reminded herself. I stayed over again. They had been seeing more and more of each other, sometimes spending a night or two a week at either of their houses. Rosemary looked around at the nearly panoramic view. She shivered a little. The air was crisp. Summer was definitely coming to an end, and she could see it in the surrounding forests. Some of the trees were just beginning to get a burnished look as the leaves began to turn. Burke rolled over beside her, reaching out for her. Rosemary snuggled into him. He wasn't warm, but he wasn't exactly cold either. He seemed to take on the temperature of the room, along with her body temperature, and was like another blanket, insulating her own warmth. "Isn't it your bedtime?" she said to Burke. He yawned. "I suppose so. Vampires don't need very much sleep, you know." "I do know," said Rosemary. "But I should probably go and leave you to it." There was a gentle tapping at the door. "Knock, knock," said a voice. "Hello?" Rosemary called back. Burke's mother, Azalea, waltzed in, carrying a large wrought-iron tray. "Breakfast in bed for the two lovebirds," she said. "I brought Burke his favourite, wild deer blood." "Oh," said Rosemary, pulling the sheets up around her to protect against the surprise intrusion. She surveyed the plates on the tray to see a number of organ meats, then looked at Azalea blankly. "Is this some kind of joke?" Rosemary asked. The ancient vampire didn't laugh. In fact, she looked offended. "Back in my day, organ meats were a delicacy," she said. "And not only that, they're nutritionally very rich in minerals and vitamins." "Oh, thank you," said Rosemary. "Pickled brain?" Azalea offered. I might have to pass," said Rosemary. "You see, I'm in a little bit of a rush this morning." Azalea raised an eyebrow. "Suit yourself?" She crossed her arms and then stormed out of the room. "Thanks for putting the effort in, though," Rosemary called after her. "I'm afraid I'm not quite used to your family," she said to Burke. He laughed. Rosemary looked rather squeamishly at the cup of steaming blood that he hadn't yet taken a sip from. "You're still not used to my dietary needs either, are you?" he said. "I can't say that I quite understand them," said Rosemary. "But I like most of the other things about you." "Most of them?" "Yes, you'll have to make do with that, unless you'd rather I tried to lie." Burke laughed again. "One of the things that I like the most about you is how frank you are. Please don't ever try to lie on my account." "All right then," said Rosemary, giving him a peck on the cheek. "But I really do have to go. I've got work." She rose and began to put on the clothing randomly discarded around the room from the night before. She tried in vain to straighten out her hair a little, or at least to remove some of the frizzy chaos. In the end, she decided it would have to do. She was going to stop at Thorn Manor on the way for a shower anyway, and to check on Athena. She still didn't like leaving her 17-year-old alone for too long, even though Athena insisted she was all right. In fact, she quite liked the quiet. Burke threw on his dressing gown and walked Rosemary downstairs. Before they reached the exit, Dora came rampaging down the other staircase.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.